Welcome, beautiful yogis. So glad to see you again, and Happy New Year. So glad that we can begin again. Thanks so much for having your camera open. It makes for a much nicer relationship. I can see you, you can see me, and it's like we're in the same space together. So lovely that you're here. Please begin in a seated position, so nice and comfy and upright, committed and relaxed. And then with your gaze lowered, sense now your state of being. Sense the state of your body. And then the feeling of your breath as it penetrates deep into your belly as you breathe in. And how, as you stay really upright, you can exhale this breath completely out. And as we did, inhaling, fill the belly, feel the breath rise to fullness, pause a moment, and now the exhalation. A silent count. Inhale now for 6 counts. Pausing for 2 counts. And now the exhalation for 8 counts. Two more cycles that way. In for 6. Pausing for 2 counts. And then the breath goes out for 8 counts. So best you can, smoothing your breathing here. And we'll practice that breath one more round. In for 6. Now the pause for 2 counts. The exhalation is 8. In this way, we are beginning to regulate our nervous system by this deliberate and conscious breath, which we'll be doing a lot of in today's practice, the theme of which is grounding. Grounding down out of our turbulent, busy minds, scattered often, to come fully into the body and let your mind be a little quieter. Nice. So from here, let's come to hands and knees. I always like to have the blocks at hand near the front of the mat, even though we won't be using them just yet. As we come to all fours, we'll start to move the spine into cow and cat, so get a little movement, a little flexibility. So as you remember, the inhale brings the chest forward, broadens the collarbones, and then when we're ready to exhale, tuck your tail under, draw your belly in, round your back, and lower your chin. Good. The inhale is that reverse action. The breath filling upwards, expanding ribs, broadening collarbones, and then the exhalation is the tail tucking, lower belly drawing in, as we now stretch the back of the neck by looking down. All the while, the arms stay straight. Let's do 3 more of these. Knowing that this central axis of the body supports us, it certainly differentiates us from the four-leggeds as we have an upright spine, which we, in this practice, will be moving in all the directions we can to enliven. Good, and then this last exhale, we round the back and draw inwardly. Lovely. Please walk your hands back and bring yourself up to an upright kneeling position. So we're standing on the knees, as it were, bringing now your right arm behind your back. And then on the inhale, bring your left arm forward and get really long. Now slowly we reach forward, exhaling down, bringing the arm to the front of the mat and your chest towards your legs. Your head might bow. Inhale, rising up again. Press the hips forward as we reach up to fullness. Slow down this exhalation as we come forward in exactly the same way, bringing your chest to your thighs. Maybe your seat can drop a little deeper. Good. Inhale, rise. And this time, let's slow the exhalation down to 6 counts. Good. Rise up again. This next one will slow down the exhalation to 7 counts. Now, if you've got knee issues, you could sit on a chair and do this same reaching forward to arrive at the end of the breath. That was 7 counts. And then we've got one more coming up, and we'll take 8 counts to get all the way down. So best you can, slow down your breath to come all the way down, touch down, and breathe yourself up again. Pausing a moment with the arms alongside, and take a moment to sense and feel your body here. Nice. We'll take a second side now. So the left arm is behind your back, and the right arm inhales up, get long. Feel the stretch. Draw your belly in as we exhale forward. Spine nice and straight. Come on down. Chest to thighs. Seat towards the heels. Coming up, inhale. Notice that our breath is slowing down and our movement slows down as well. And all of this is part of slowing down the mind so that we can become fully present. Lovely. This next exhale, let's do 6 counts. The inhale, we come on up. This next exhale is 7 counts. And one more. This is our last one, so feel the full extension, and then we'll come down for 8 counts. Nice. Rise on up. And lower the arm down so that both arms are at your sides. Lovely to take a moment just to feel this. Now we'll take both arms forward and up. Reach tall. Exhale all the way forward onto the mat. So now reach your arms to the front of the mat. Plant your hands. And this inhale, bring your shoulders forward over the wrists. And then the exhale, your hips lower a little bit. We're going to stay here for inhale, straight arms, broad collarbones. And now exhale, draw your seat back. And draw your hands back to rise up again on both knees and the arms fully extended up. Exhale down. Hands land on the mat so that on inhale, we'll have the shoulders over wrists, the arms stay straight. Exhale, let your pelvis lower a little bit. We stay for breath in, broad collarbones. Exhale, belly draws the hips back. And we come back to rise again. Slow it down if you can. Exhale forward. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, pelvis forward. Broad collarbones. Inhale. Now stay here for the exhale. Stay again for inhale. And this exhale will draw the seat back. And take a little moment in child's pose, sitting back deeply and bringing your hands to support your brow. So your shoulders can rest. And just feel everything here. A little drop-in moment. And let your breath penetrate deeply. Now we'll come back up to fours. And this time bring your hands to the blocks. So the middle setting of the block is lovely to just make the arms a little longer if you don't have blocks. See how it goes. We're going to take the right leg up now. Inhale, raise your right knee, lift your heart. And then exhale, draw the knee forward, draw your belly in as you bow your head towards that knee. Same leg, rise up, inhale. And draw the knee in on the exhalation. And again. Knee to nose on the exhale. Let's do two more. And here is our last one. Stretch that quad as the knee lifts, as your heart lifts. And then exhale. This time knee comes forward and the foot plants itself on the front of the mat. Press that foot down. We're going to push away from the ground or the blocks. And inhale the both arms up. And just lift your arms, drop your shoulders, and stay here, finding stability and groundedness even as we are in the big lift. Two more breaths. Try to keep your balance. And on the next exhale, we'll bring the hands to the blocks. And let's straighten the front leg. Slide the foot forward, draw the toes back, draw the right sit bone back, and let your spine stay long, slightly lowering the chin. And take a moment to tend what's running through your body. And then on this exhale, draw your right leg back, left knee, right knee match up, so that we can now begin second side with the left leg lifting up and the heart lifting, breathing in. Knee to nose, exhale, squeeze the belly in. And feel your breathing matching up with your moving. We have two to go. Take your time. Here we are on this last one. The left foot steps forward. Position your foot flat on the mat and then bring your arms up, aloft, rising even though the shoulders are relaxed down, and we have a nice big lift as we steady our balance with conscious breaths. Nice, everyone. We've got one more inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands back down to the blocks and draw your left leg straight. Take a little moment here. Coming back to the yoga mat. We've been away from it for a little while. Perhaps you've been practicing. That would be wonderful. But it always feels good to stretch and to come into the feeling of the body and the energy flows that are here. Great, and then we'll draw that left leg back. And from this position, we'll repeat now the right leg lifting up behind. Lift your heart. Exhale, step the right foot forward. And this time, as you plant that foot, straighten your back leg. And so now we've got a little more strength in that back leg. Broaden the collarbones, lengthen your neck. Your chin is in its natural orientation, so not lifted. And we're running, coursing energy, strong energy through that straight back leg. Keep your breaths even. Nice. We're going to step forward a little bit with the back foot, like an inch or two, so that the right leg could straighten or move towards straight, and peel the ball of the right foot off the mat so that you have the heel pressing down and your right sit bone is drawing back. Even breathing. Lovely, and then we'll go a little to and fro on the exhale. Right foot flat, right knee bend, sink your hips. Inhale, draw the hips back, straighten the front leg, peeling the foot away, and exhale, lunging again. Let's do that one more time. Nice. In this lunge, we're going to add a little twist to the right. So leaning into your left hand, turn and open your chest to the right, and bring that arm high. Feel and breathe here. Opening the wingspan. Good. The exhalation will bring the hand down and the back knee down. And draw the hips back, the right leg back. As we begin again with the left side, take a moment. Can you feel the difference in your right hip and your left hip? Here we go. Left leg lifts up. Inhale with the heart. Knee to nose. Exhale and step your foot forward. All the way through to curl the back toe and to straighten the back leg. Feel the strength in your legs. And so when we keep the breath even, we're focused on the breath. That gives the mind a place to focus, which also helps to slow down the thoughts. This is so much part of yoga. It really is partly about the body and very much about the mind. And one more breath here. We're going to step a little forward with the back foot, just an inch or two, so that we can move towards straightening the left leg, maybe peel the foot away. A couple of breaths here, so see if you can level your sitting bones and have your spine long and straight. And we're just looking down towards that foot, not hanging the head. It's just in a neutral place. Great, and then we'll bring the left foot down and bend the knee, lowering the hips. A hand on the inhale, straighten the front leg and bring your hips back. The exhale, we lunge again into that left knee. And as we did, let's do 2 more. Great, and then as we lunge this time, stay here with your hips, and we're opening to the left in a twist. Turn your trunk to the left, bring that arm high. Stay here to breathe. And on the exhale, bring your hand back down and drop your back knee. And so now we take a wide-kneed child's pose. So you draw your leg back, widen the knees, and draw your seat back towards the heels and your arms forward. I like to lower the blocks, take the weight off the wrists, and then letting your heart drop through the shoulders if your shoulders allow. And we take a little moment here to feel, letting the exhalation now become longer. And last exhalation. 2, again, draw the shoulders forward. Blocks to the side as we'll take a downward dog here. Curl the toes and take your hips high. Looking at your parallel feet, draw the weight back as though your hips are moving back. Your head is also in that neutral place in relation to the spine. It's not hanging like a ripe fruit, nor are we lifting it to look forward. And in this way, we've got long arms, long legs, and long spine. Can you even out your breathing? And then on the next exhalation, gently bring your knees back down and bring your hands back to the blocks. The middle setting of your block. Great, and then we've got the knees fairly close together as we raise the right knee up, inhale, knee to nose, exhale. Draw the belly in. That's 1. And again. 2. And this one we'll step through. All the way through with the foot. Rise up with the arms. Circle the arms around and bring your hands to your sacrum. Bring your elbows back. Good. And then lift your heart. And so we're leaning into the hands, stabilizing through the front foot, the shoulders are down. Bringing your right hand to the middle, to your sacrum, and your left arm forward. And just reach high with that left arm, steadying through the front foot. Great, we fill up with the breath. And now reach your torso forward, your left arm hooking over your right knee, and bring your palms into prayer pose. Press the hands together and turn your ribs to the right. Nice little spiraling activation into the spine. Lovely, unwind, hands back to the blocks, taking that right leg back to switch sides and bring your left knee up behind, inhaling. Step forward, plant the foot, and raise your arms up. All the way up, and then circle the arms back, bringing your hands to your sacrum, close together. And as you stabilize through the front foot and knee, lean back a little bit in your trunk. Lovely front body opening, squeezing the shoulder blades. Now your left hand is at the midline, at the sacrum, and raise your right arm up next to your ear. Any amount, bring it back. Hold a moment as you breathe and steady the body. Now on the inhale, get longer. Begin to come forward on the exhale and hook your elbow over the front leg. Palms together now as we turn the ribs to the left. And feel this spinal twist. And we'll bring the hands back to the blocks to draw the left leg back. Blocks to the side as we take a downward facing dog. Hips are high, thighs draw back, legs towards straight. And as we hold the downward dog, the invitation is to let each exhalation become a little slower, a little longer. One more exhale that's really long. Now we'll walk the feet to the front of the mat. Not quite the front of the mat. Parallel them. Bring your blocks now to the high setting. And so that when we straighten the arms, we can adjust the feet so that we have a flat back. As flat as a back can be. Thighs back. Nice. Feet are close together. So if this is feeling quite intense in your calves, or even if it's not, feel free to have a little bend in the knees as we now take the right leg up. The knee is bent. As we did earlier, lift the knee, lift your chest, and exhale, bring forward. Now round your back and squeeze your belly in. 2 more. And then 1 more time. Good. And then the right foot comes down next to the left. Take a moment to feel and ease that left haunch if it feels that burden of carrying the whole body for a moment. And now we have the knees bent again, slightly bent as we take the left leg up. Now the knee is very bent as the thigh lifts and the heart lifts. Knee to nose, exhale. Twice more. Great, and then the left foot next to the right foot. Press your feet fully into the mat. Transfer your hands now to your knees or your shin bones. To inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. I'm going to repeat that 2 more times. Inhale to a flat back, hold the breath. Exhale, fold. And one more time. Steady your feet into the mat. A little pause at the top of the breath. Fold in. This time stay here. Some of you might clasp hands at your sacrum and draw the arms up to straight, listening to your shoulders and letting the arms go high as your head releases down. Nice. Hands release. If your back is a little tender, walk your hands up your legs to come up to straight. All the way to stand straight. Raise the arms overhead and then let your arms hang alongside. And pause a moment here. Just feel this. Directing your attention to sensations. Great. Would you please step your right foot back, not too far, and have your hips squared towards the blocks, towards the front of your mat. And then we're going to wrap the left arm behind the back, squaring hips and shoulders. Inhaling your right arm up, so steady your feet. Inhale the right arm. Exhale, reach forward. So the feet are rooted. We're coming slowly down towards, we might lightly touch the block or the ground, doesn't matter. Inhale, rise. And we're going to slow this one down. Exhale to 5 counts. Come up. The next time we'll exhale for 6 counts. So we're incrementally increasing the length of the exhalation. Coming up. We've got 2 more. We're going to go to 7 and we'll go to 8. Good. Our last one. Remember, it's fine to have your front knee a little bent. Slow it down. Great. And so now, once we're down here, place your hands each side of the foot or on your blocks. And take a little moment here to simply be and breathe as we fold over this left leg, still keeping your exhalation longer than your inhale. Two more cycles of breath, clearing any tension out of the back of your neck. Great. And so now we're going to step forward. So you can adjust your blocks if you drew them in. Bring them forward. Step your right foot next to your left foot. Bringing your hands again to the shin bones or knees. Take a flat back. Breathe in. Pause. Exhale. Fold deeper. And do this 2 more times. Inhale. Flat back. Little holding of the breath. Fold in. And one more time. This inhale takes us all the way to upright. Arms can reach tall. Get a long line through your body. And then exhale, bring your arms alongside and pause here and feel all this. Now this time it's going to be the left foot stepping back about the same distance. And it's the right arm that'll tuck behind the back, steady your feet, and here we go. The left arm grows long. And slow the exhale down as we come forward to maybe reach the block, maybe not, maybe the floor. It doesn't matter. It's about the breath. Coming up again. Slowing the breath down as we go forward. See if we can go to 6 counts on the way down. Coming up. And then we'll go down for 7, and then for 8. And so this lengthening of the breath is challenging. And has a lot to do with how we can quiet the mind and become fully present in the body. This last one, we're going down for 8. And we'll stay using the blocks or the hands on the mat to stay to breathe, to square the hips, to let this right leg stretch fully. Continue to have the long exhalations. And then we'll step forward to hands on shin bones or knees. Inhale to the flat back, little pause. Fold on exhale, a little deeper, steadying your feet and ankles 2 more times. So it's the flat back, and we're holding at the fullness of the breath. Tail to crown has length. And then we get a deeper stretch into the back as we fold, relax the head. We got 1 to go. This is the inhale, where we'll either walk up the legs or use your core, come all the way up and let your arms reach overhead, and then bring them alongside and feel this moment. Right, so now let's take a little wider stance. Let's bring 1 block to the middle between the slightly wider feet as we face now the camera, so you can watch as we root the parallel feet. Now I'll be mirroring you, raising now your right arm. Bring it up next to your ear. Left hand is on your hip, and exhale into a side bend. Coming up on the inhale. Side bending again. Exhale, and we'll stay for a breath, a whole breath. Coming up on the inhale. And we go again, this time staying for 2 breaths. Root the foot, lengthen, feel how your ribs are opening. As you complete the 2 breaths, the next inhale draws us back up. And we've got 1 to go. This time we're going to stay for 3 breaths. Side bend. Now breathe into the side ribs. Feel how long, how spacious. Even while we're doing this, let the exhalation be just that little bit longer. The exhale is helped by a little contraction of your pelvic floor and your navel. 1 more breath. rooting the feet. When you're ready, the inhale brings us up. And lower the arm. And with your arms just hanging alongside, take a moment now to notice the sensations. How the one side feels different, how it might feel more enlivened and more spacious. And we take second side, so opposite hand on hip. Raising now your left arm up, get long, side bend, exhale. Inhale coming up. And side bend again, go a little deeper, maybe, staying here for another breath. And we come up. This time, as we go into the side bend, 2 breaths. Rooting and stretching and opening. On the inhale, we'll come back up to do the same thing one more time, where we'll stay for 3 breath cycles. So find a comfortable place for your head. It could be looking up, could be looking straight forward. Focus on the long exhalations. And as you are taking your time to complete your 3rd breath cycle here, catch the next inhale to come on up and let your arms hang. Great. And then let's free up the shoulders with a nice big circling of the arms around. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Great. Take the feet now just a little bit wider apart. They're still parallel. And we've got a block down there, hopefully. Inhale, lift your heart, forward bend, and bring your hands to the block. So have the block that you can easily reach, and your arms can be straight. And then bending one knee, shift the hips in that direction, and then take it to the other side. Little side to siding with the hips. Don't have to go too deep. And we'll come back to the center line. Feel now the tail to crown length. And then keeping your right hand on the block, take your left arm out to the left. Inhale, reach it up, maybe to the zenith. Little pause. And exhale, bring it down. Same arm. Inhale, raise the arm. Open the chest. Maybe it goes a little higher. Exhale, bring it back down. One more time. Raise the arm up. And lower down. And we'll take second side. So the hips try to stay at center as we take now your right arm up. Inhale, you might follow the gaze. Exhale back down. And again, turn your trunk and bring it down. And one more. And lower your arm. Nice. When your hand lands, push your block forward and your hips back, squeezing your head between your arms. And let your low back stretch. And as we enjoy this nice long stretch, let's bring the exhalation to lengthen. So the exhalation for the first one is 6 counts. Next exhalation is 7 counts. And the one more is 8 counts. As you complete, draw the block back to the edge of your mat, where we had it before, to straighten your arms. Now the back is more in a level position. Leaving your right hand on the block, open again to the left as we did. Inhale, open. Now stay up here for the exhale. Stay for the inhale. And again, stay for the exhale, maybe lifting and reaching a little bit more. One more breath in. And lower the arm down on the exhalation. Nice. Second side. Up comes your right arm. Turn your ribs. Stay up here for your exhalation. And the inhale. Now you could be looking up or you could be looking down, but focus on your breath. We've got one more cycle here. And then the final inhale brings the arm down on the exhale. Nice, and let's push the block forward again, hips back. Melting your heart through the shoulders. Nice. To draw the block back, we're going to pivot towards your right, back to the front of the mat. We can make our way here to a downward dog. Taking the feet far enough back that we can inhale to plank and back to dog on exhale. Twice more. This time when we come to plank, lower all the way down to the mat, coming into Sphinx. Parallel forearms, heart is lifted, chin is not. Rooting through the palms and the wrists. And let your breath flow here. On the next exhalation, lower down your brow to the mat and bring your hands to clasp at your sacrum. Already the shoulder heads draw back. And then inhale your chest up and exhale your both legs off the ground. And breathing in. Stay here for the longer exhale. 2 more cycles. Keep the exhale getting longer. 1 more. Now, inhale deeply, hold the breath. And this exhale, we let everything come down, make a pillow, and soften your body into the mat. Let go your weight to ground. And let the breath breathe you in the way it needs to right now. Nice, and let's flip on over onto the back. You might need the strap for the next sequence, so have that within reach. And as we roll onto the back, hug your knees in. And then place your left foot on the floor. We're either going to grab the right big toe or put your strap around the right leg and take it straight up into the air. And once your leg is straight, you could let your left leg straighten too. Now vigor through both legs. Your left hand could just rest on your belly, where we feel the incoming breath and the slowed down exhalation. Let your exhalation for the next 2 cycles get longer. Good. Now please let go your right foot, bring it down to the mat. The left foot slides next to it. Take a little moment here. Feel it. Feel deeply into your body. Sensing energy in from your navel down, your low belly. We're going to take the left foot either into the strap or hold the big toe and take that left leg straight up. And once it's up, slide your right leg out on the mat. And we focus now on breathing. Continuing to lengthen the exhalation. So there's a kind of unraveling of the busyness and the distractedness of our mental processes. So people think that yoga is a kind of folding up of the body. But actually it's life that's so challenging, and yoga just unties all that and does all of that frantic busyness that settles in our brain, it runs through us all the time. This is a settling breathing. Yoga is not a contortionist thing. It's life that is so contorting. Complete with this long exhalation and let go of the hand and let your foot come down, just sliding the leg straight. Take a moment now with your limbs at ease, a little away from one another. Just a little mini Shavasana, and sensing where the energy is in your body. Now we'll walk the feet to flat, preparing for bridge. So the feet are parallel. Your palms are down near the feet, and your arms are long. Tuck the tail under, And then have a sense that the tailbone rises first as we raise the hips on inhale, rooting through hands and feet, and then the slow descent on exhale. Keep your tail tucked as we bring the spine slowly down, and on landing, release those muscles. And then rise again on inhale to a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the pose. 1, 2. Now the exhale is 6. Coming down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and landing on 1, 2. Release. And rise again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hold the breath, hold the pose. 1, 2. This exhale is for 7, 6. Coming down. 5, 4. Root your feet. 3, 2. And we land on 1 and release. Hands and feet, buttocks. We got one more. Rise up with a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the shape for 1, 2. Now the exhale is 8. Coming down. 7, 6, 5. Root your feet. 4, 3, 2. And we land and release. Lovely. Letting your feet come to cobbler's pose and your hands rest on your belly. Drop in to the sensation of breath at your belly. Nice slow belly breaths. Just coming into the body. Attention, awareness. Now we'll help the knees to come back together. Plant them firmly down as we take bridge pose to hold now. So raise your hips up, and this time we'll keep the hips high, clasp hands under your body, straight arms, or hold your mat. And we're going to hold bridge for 3 cycles of that same breath. So breathe in. Hold. Staying in the pose, we'll exhale for 6 count. 1 or 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're still in the pose as we inhale. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're still here. One more time. Breathe in. And hold. This exhale is for 8. Staying in the pose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, everybody. Move your hands. Tuck your tail. Come on down. And let your whole body relax. Let your arms slide a little further out from your body. And with your knees bent, move your hips slightly to the right. And bring your right thigh over the left. And drop your knees leftwards. And draw the knees a little up towards your left arm. And let your right side stretch. You might draw your face towards the right. And let your right shoulder relax. And as we rest here, the inhale is 4, And the exhale is 8, so just a silent count. Two more of these, body relaxed, tending the mind, counting out that very long exhale. Now the next time that you have that very long exhale, rest a moment without breath for 2, 3, or maybe 4 counts. No breath at the end. And when that completes itself, draw your knees back up and we'll make our way to second side. Little shift to the left as we bring the left leg over the right and drop your knees to the right. Lovely spacious upper body. Chin looking towards the left. Get really comfy here. And now please move into the breath practice. In for 4 and out for 8, 3 times. We have one more. If available, when you reach the end of your 8 count exhale, see if you can drop into no breath. And as that completes itself, bring your knees up, uncross, have a little hug in, adjust your sacrum to the midline, and then stretch your legs out, roll your palms open, close your eyes, and drop in here to a little Shavasana. Letting your awareness now come to your feet, feeling the weight of your feet heavy, and the weight of your calves and your legs, even your buttocks, so heavy, pressing down into the ground. And how your upper back and shoulders and arms are weighted down. And the back of the head. And how, as you bring awareness now to your face, there's an ease in your face. A little space between the lips, the relaxed jaw, the smooth brow. The upper body spacious and light. And rest here, being breathed. And dropping into stillness. and going deeper, deeper into being grounded. So beautiful, yogis. The invitation for this last part of our practice is to take your time to come to a seated position where we'll do a little seated meditation. So taking your time to come on up, to roll to your side. To move slowly and tenderly, to come into a place where you could be comfortable, maybe on a chair or on your folded blanket, where the spine is now upright. The long spine, your hands just resting on your thighs and your elbows relaxing. Just this nice meditative shape with the lowered gaze. And in this upright place now to let your awareness drop back to the low belly. To feel the movement of your breath at the low belly. Becoming absorbed by the natural breath at your low belly. No special technique to breathing. Just its natural movement. It as your mind rests on the breath at the belly. You allow this calm, relaxed state of being sitting in this quiet breath meditation. That takes place in the body, embodied meditation. seated as we are, stable and grounded, and very quiet. Centered in the now moment. Knowing the great value of this quietude. This breath that links us to all that is, to the earth and the great beyond. And we close our practice with lowering the chin, rubbing the palms together to cover your eyes, just with the warm darkness, and then as though peeping through a little bit to let the light back in, the natural light where you are. And then let's stretch the arms wide and up, palms to prayer pose, and into the heart. Our practice is complete. Namaste.